What's going on at Continental Airlines? We're having a good time. We're making money. Plus, we've earned respect. That's what's going on. The powerful momentum of the Go Forward plan, combined with the spirit of more than 43,000 employees, continues to make Continental one of the top-ranked airlines in the United States. By working together, we've made Continental a great company and acquired a reputation for service excellence. Like some examples? Look no further than the frequent flyer J.D. Power & Associates Airline Customer Satisfaction Survey. They found that Continental airport agents, flight attendants, and Chelsea Food Service employees scored the highest service marks in their respective categories. Continental customers have spoken loud and clear. Our service is the best. Not only that, we keep on setting new highs for profitability and load factors. As a result of your outstanding effort, 1999 Profit Sharing Day could be our biggest yet. Continental Airlines has never performed as well operationally, financially, and in the eyes of our customers as we have in 1998. One thought comes to mind: let's keep it up. The Go Forward plan continues to steer Continental Airlines in the right direction. Beginning with our market plan, Fly to Win, we're making money to the tune of $247 million of pre-tax profit in the third quarter, excluding our fleet charges. That's 14 straight quarters of record pre-tax profit. Your commitment to our customers led to a summer of record loads. Furthermore, our share of business travelers continues to rise toward industry average, accounting for almost 45% of our revenue. Although our flights aren't as full this time of year, fewer customers do not necessarily mean lower revenues. Because of your accomplishments serving our customers, we're expecting a significant increase in the number of high-yield business flyers during the fall and winter months. Our challenge as we enter new markets is we're facing new competition. It's critical we remain focused and take full advantage of this opportunity to win over some new customers from other carriers. Fly to Win helped us grow profitably in new regions around the world. In Canada, we opened new routes to Ottawa, Halifax, Calgary, and Vancouver. In South America, we launched new service to Santiago, Chile. And in Europe, new flights to Dublin and Shannon, Ireland, as well as Glasgow, Scotland were added. We continue to grow profitably and establish ourselves as the #1 carrier in the world's #1 business travel market, New York City. In 1994, our percentage of travelers out of Manhattan was about 19%. Today, it's near 23%. In addition, we are now the #1 carrier in the prestigious Transcon market, with more seats than any other carrier, beating out United and American. And we're going to continue with the flights they want when Continental begins flying to Zurich, Switzerland, and Brussels, Belgium, early next year. At home, we grew steadily, adding key markets in Honolulu, Charlotte, and Amarillo, and gained plenty of attention when Continental Express began service from Houston to Dallas Love Field, utilizing our fast express jets. While our right to fly between Love Field and Cleveland has been temporarily halted by the courts, we expect justice to prevail, and we'll begin service when the legal battles are over. Continental's commitment to building a global network moves on as we expanded our Air France alliance and established strong partnerships in Latin America and the Caribbean with Copa, Bosby, ASIS, Acerca Venezuela, and Air Aruba. Speaking of alliances, we're committed to our alliance lines and expect enormous benefits for both companies once we get the approval to proceed. Continental Airlines is consistently making money and saving money through Fund the Future, our successful financial plan. How are we doing it? By continuing to eliminate excess lease and paying down debt. Although we're making progress in these areas, we're only 2/3 of the way there. We still pay higher than average interest rates on many of our older airplanes and facilities because of our poor financial performance in the past. Progress is being made, but we're not completely done yet. We also financed many of our new aircraft purchases at less than 7%. As a result, our fleet is becoming more competitive and younger every month. We'll accept more than 60 new jets from the Boeing Company in 1998, and we're anticipating taking delivery of more than 50 in 1999. Sleek next-generation 737-700 and 737-800 airplanes are already serving many of our key cities. And we just recently added the world's largest twin-engine aircraft, the Boeing 777, to our fleet. Continental is only the second U.S. airline to operate this new Queen of the Skies, and will be the first U.S. carrier to fly it across the Pacific. By the end of 1999, we'll have the youngest fleet in the U.S. industry. In addition, Continental Express's 5-year plan to operate an all-jet fleet is getting closer to reality, as we ordered 25 more 50-seat ERJ-145 regional jets. Earlier in the year, we ordered 25 ERJ-135s, the smaller 37-seat version of the RJ. Continental Express now has 100 firm orders of Embraer jets, with options for 175 more over the next 10 years. Our many corporate real estate projects are all on schedule and within budget. In Cleveland, construction continues on Concourse D, with most of the foundation and utility work complete. Also, new jet bridges were added, and we opened up a new President's Club. The Houston hub expansion is over 75% complete. New President's Clubs opened in Terminal B and on the south side in Terminal C this summer. In addition, the maintenance hangar opened up in September. The Materials Services Stores facility is built and will consolidate supplies from 3 locations into 1. And the simulator building expansion is ready for equipment installation. Also, the elevated airport people mover is on schedule to open in June of next year. Also in Houston, our headquarters relocation and consolidation is more than 40% complete and will be finished by April of 1999. Newark's Global Gateway program is in the design phase, with plans for a new concourse in Terminal C, providing additional swing gates, another aircraft hangar, a new cargo building, and additional support facilities. We also plan to renovate 5 gates in Terminal A2. Construction is scheduled for early 1999. What else do we have planned for Newark? How about extending the monorail to provide a direct train link between Newark Airport and Manhattan? Constructing a 3,000-plus space parking garage, as well as adding lanes to the drop-off and pickup points at Terminal C. Other Fund the Future achievements include maintaining a cash balance in excess of $1 billion and contributing $10 million more than the required minimum to the pension plan for the 3rd straight year. Furthermore, efforts to reduce ground damage costs year-to-date saved Continental more than $11 million. The money saved has gone directly to fund new ground support equipment. It's money-saving initiatives like these that go straight to our bottom line, resulting in facility improvements, equipment acquisition, and funding our steps to pay all employees industry-standard wages. In 4 years, we've learned that product is everything. And thanks to your reputation for service excellence, Make Reliability a Reality, our product plan has customers filling our seats in record numbers. Our customers appreciate your dedication to the things that matter most, getting them to their destinations on time and with their bags, feeding them good food when they're hungry, or being able to watch a movie when they're bored. In fact, our on-time performance for the month of September was almost 86%, our best finish in 3 years. Because of your great performance, we've given out $12 million in on-time bonuses so far this year, and more than $80 million since we began the program in 1995. Your fine efforts haven't gone unnoticed either. The 1998 frequent flyer magazine J.D. Power & Associates Airline Customer Satisfaction Study ranked Continental flight attendants the best for flights of 500 miles or more. Continental Airport employees scored top marks too, securing the highest rankings in the categories for airport check-in, post-flight services, and aircraft interiors. Continental also earned the top score for food services, in-flight amenities, and frequent flyer programs. And the accolades keep rolling in for Continental Airlines in 1998. Condé Nast Traveler magazine named Business First the best trans-Pacific and transatlantic business class among all U.S. airlines. Entrepreneur called Business First the best transatlantic business class, and Aviation Week in Space Technology selected Continental Airlines as the best managed major U.S. airline. Additional public recognition of Continental's management team proves we are consistently good at what we do. What keeps us on top is that we continue to improve our product every day and not on our laurels, including opening more President's Clubs in Washington, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Cleveland, and Mexico City. We expanded e-ticket in more regions around the world, as well as made it available for pass travel. GTE airphones were installed in all Stage 3 aircraft. We're putting video on all of our long-haul aircraft and retrofitting the overhead bins on older MD-80s. Also, all of our next-generation 737 airplanes and 777 aircraft possess state-of-the-art entertainment systems and larger overhead bins. Working together. Our successful people plan is another reason why we're winning. Continental is a great place to work, and here's why. Profit-sharing payments were distributed for the third consecutive year, averaging about 7% of your annual pay. 8 more Ford Explorers were awarded to employees with perfect attendance in August. That's 38 new vehicles over the past 2 years. Continental also held pizza parties throughout the system in August and September, just to say thanks for a record-breaking summer. New employee break rooms have also been added in many of our work locations. In keeping with our October 1997 commitment to bring employees to industry average wages within 36 months, we worked together with our airport agent and reservations agent groups to achieve new long-term pay plans. Our pilots and dispatchers also signed long-term labor agreements. In response to rising healthcare costs, the company is offering best-in-market HMOs, specializing in quality care with lower cost to employees. We encourage all employees to take advantage of this great opportunity and sign up with the best-in-market plan in your location. However, you can still choose to remain with your current healthcare plan by paying slightly higher monthly premiums. Continental is a great place to work, and the key indicators for measuring employee satisfaction shows our progress. Statistics for lost time, on-the-job injuries, and employee turnover all continue to improve significantly since 1994. You know, it's pretty amazing how far we've come as a company in just a short period of time. 4 years ago, we barely had a pulse. Today, we're thriving in a highly competitive industry. This just isn't done every day. We're literally making history in the annals of American business. A good barometer for our success is Fortune magazine. In only 4 years, Continental Airlines has leapt from the bottom of that publication's least admired companies list to being named the most improved company in the 90s. And now we've been asked by Fortune to compete for recognition as one of the best companies to work for in America. No one has ever done that. What an incredible accomplishment, and it was your attitude that changed this company. Continental Airlines is the industry's top performer, and we're getting stronger every day. We know firsthand that by working together, we can accomplish anything. Working together works. Look what happens to companies that aren't working together. What kind of profit sharing do you think they'll be handing out next year? These scenarios are reminiscent of Continental's bygone days. Clearly, we left these events on the runway behind us. As another great year comes to a close, we must continue to do the things we've been doing for the past 4 years. Remain concentrated on top-tier operating performance, focus on cost initiatives, seize the opportunity to win over more business customers, and continue treating everybody with dignity and respect. Sounds well, breaking records is exactly what we've been doing at Continental Airlines because we're having a good time. We're making money and we've earned respect. Let's keep it up. It's evident your performance continues drawing rave reviews on the ground and in the air. And that hard work's paying off too, as Continental earned its 18th consecutive profitable quarter with 1999 third quarter net income of $110 million. In addition to setting new records for monthly load factors this summer, we successfully launched new international routes to Brussels, Zurich, Amsterdam, and Tel Aviv. Continental now offers more transatlantic flights from the New York area than any other carrier in history. Also, our Trans-Pacific service to Tokyo from Houston and Newark has far exceeded our expectations. Our Houston hub will add to its stature of offering more non-stop destinations to Latin America than any other U.S. carrier's hub when we start flying to Sao Paulo, Brazil in December. To further strengthen our commitment to Latin America, we applied for permission to fly between Newark and Buenos Aires, Argentina beginning next year. Cleveland became an international gateway for the first time as Continental launched the first ever non-stop service to London. Continental's network of destinations is growing even larger as we develop our alliances with Northwest Airlines, America West, and Copa Airlines. Now, our customers can enjoy more connections to even more destinations throughout the United States, Europe, and Latin America, as well as earn and redeem one-pass frequent flyer miles. Our scope of service has grown dramatically in the last 5 years. In 1994, customers could fly to just under 200 destinations. Today, it's nearly 400 cities worldwide. Many of the destinations we fly to are being served by new Boeing aircraft. By the end of the year, Continental will have taken delivery of 58 Boeing 737s, 757s, and 777s. These new airplanes will drop our average domestic jet fleet age to just over 7.5 years, the lowest among major U.S. airlines. All of these airplanes are equipped with the items our customers want: larger overhead bins, personal entertainment units, and telephones. Furthermore, Continental has completed the financing for the Stage 3 fleet replacement in 1997. We've raised $4.5 billion to acquire 143 aircraft at an average interest rate of 6.93%. That's lower than you could get for a home mortgage. Beginning next year, we'll be adding the 767-200 and 767-400 airplanes into our fleet. These airplanes, along with the 777, will replace the DC-1030 and allow us to grow internationally, possibly to as many as 10 more European cities from Newark in the years ahead. Compared to the DC-1030, these newer jets cost $170 million less per year to operate on today's routes. Here's why. The 777 has 10 more seats in business first, more than 30 in coach, and has more cargo capacity, yet it costs a little less to operate than the DC-1030. A 767-400 is basically the same size, but with 14% less trip costs. Automatically, our profit margin increases 14%. The 767-200 has fewer seats, but 22% lower costs. In markets where we fly the DC-1030 and it's just a little too big, we replace it with the 767-200 and make 22% more money. Continental Express is getting younger too, as more RJs join the fleet, including the 37-seat ERJ-135, flying out of the Cleveland hub. With more than 50 regional jets flying today, and firm orders for 100 regional jets and options for 175 more, Continental Express is well on its way to becoming an all-jet operation. Currently, more than 50% of Continental Express's capacity is on jets. Many of these regional jets will be flying into new markets next year in the southeast United States and northern Mexico. The versatility of these aircraft allow us to capitalize on the strength of our hubs and make it difficult for our competitors to match this type of service. Facility improvements are another example of how the Go Forward plan is focused on making things better for our customers and ourselves. Cleveland's $92 million Concourse D opened its doors in May on time and under budget. This wide-open, customer-friendly terminal is conveniently connected by underground tunnel with Concourse C and can handle a variety of aircraft, from express jets to every jet in the Continental fleet. With Concourse D up and running, the second phase of Cleveland's construction is centered on Concourse C. This includes adding additional gates, refurbishing jet bridges, and upgrading terminal operations facilities. In Houston, the Terminal Link train connects customers with Terminals B and C. 2 ramp control towers help aircraft maneuver safely around the tarmac, and more than 80 ramp information display systems called RIDs have been installed in Houston and Newark. Other aspects of Houston's $200 million hub expansion include the new mail sort facility. The in-flight training center's renovation is on target for completion in December. Continental Express broke ground on a new simulator complex, and the 8,500-foot employee cafeteria on the basement level of the south end of Terminal C is scheduled to open in late December. Furthermore, we have plans to construct a new international facility at IAH within the next 5 years. Continental is teaming up with the Port Authority on a 5-year, $1 billion Newark Global Gateway program. We financed this with the largest municipal debt deal of its kind, and we did it at an average interest rate of only 6.4%. This expansion project in Newark calls for adding a third concourse to Terminal C with 12 wide-body gates, a customs and immigration facility, a centralized baggage room, and renovations to Terminal A. To reduce traffic congestion, the Port Authority will more than double the number of traffic lanes in front of Terminal C, increasing them from 6 to 15 lanes. In addition, they'll construct a 3,400 space parking garage. We also purchased the Allied Signal property to develop a new employee parking lot. Your commitment to deliver a consistent product every day earned us the #1 ranking in customer satisfaction on long-distance flights in the annual Frequent Flyer J.D. Power & Associates Airline Survey. We've now come in first or second place for the last 4 years. That's not Pulp Fiction. That's reality. In the survey, frequent flyers gave us high marks for check-in, on-time performance, food quality, and courtesy of our airport agents and flight attendants. To thank you for a job well done, Continental held Ice Cream Sunday power breaks for employees throughout the company. For the second year in a row, Condé Nast Traveler named Business First as the best transatlantic and trans-Pacific business class service. And in Fortune magazine's list of the world's most admired companies, Continental leapt to the second spot in the airline category, beating out perennial winners like British Airways, American Airlines, and United. Now we're getting global kudos for a job well done. What earns us these accolades is the way we always look to improve. Continental's leading the way to make it easier for customers to book a seat electronically. As a result of recent improvements, Continental.com passed the $100 million mark in online sales. And we launched e-service centers, updated airport self-service kiosks that'll be operating in more than 50 airports by the end of the year. 42% of Continental tickets sold today are e-tickets. Continental is also Y2K ready as all of our major critical computer applications, information technology hardware, and aircraft systems have successfully passed testing for the beginning of the new millennium. Furthermore, we were the first airline to complete a Y2K test flight, simulating a date change from December 31st, 1999 to January 1st, 2000. Meeting the Y2K challenge is one reason why Information Week magazine named Continental the best airline and one of the top 25 U.S. companies that are leaders and innovative users of technology. Since we're on the subject of Y2K, Continental and the City of New York are teaming up to celebrate the new millennium by having world-renowned artist Peter Max paint our next 777 in honor of New York City and NYC 2000. A major milestone for all of us in 1999 was recognition by Fortune magazine as one of the 100 best companies to work for in America. That's our Academy Award. Continental is a great place to work because when the company wins, we win. Here are just a few reasons why. 4 straight years of profit-sharing payments totaling $270 million. 8 more employees with perfect attendance drove home an Eddie Bauer edition Ford Explorer. Since 1996, 55 sport utility vehicles have been awarded to Continental employees. The company paid a double on-time bonus for September, as our on-time performance for the month was a hurricane-adjusted 81%. Eligible employees received a $130 bonus payment in their mid-October paychecks. Continental's commitment to pay all employee groups industry standard wages by the end of 2000 continues, as more than 20,000 co-workers received market pay increases in July. Continental Express mechanics signed a new 4-year labor contract, and we're currently in negotiations with our flight attendants for a new agreement as well. Just like our pilots, field services employees, mechanics, reservations agents, and all other employee groups who receive fair compensation packages, our flight attendants will receive a fair deal too. No airline loves their flight attendants more than Continental. Although healthcare costs will increase by $10 million in 2000, the company will absorb the entire amount, not employees. And because you asked, we're adding more 401k personal retirement investment options. In addition to T. Rowe Price, we'll be adding the Janus and Fidelity family of funds, providing you with even more choices. You know, Continental really is a great place to work. Like we've said time and again, when Continental wins, everybody wins. And we know Continental only wins when you win. That's the benefit of working together. And that's not going to change. Now more than ever, it's going to be important for all of us to stick together. Although we continue to outperform the industry in many areas, there are some issues that are negatively impacting our 1999 bottom line and will affect us next year as well. First, the cost of fuel has skyrocketed dramatically. Crude oil prices have increased over 100% in the last 6 months. Oil has gone from around $11 per barrel earlier this year to as high as $24 per barrel recently. Every $1 increase in the price of a barrel of oil costs Continental approximately $40 million. As a result of this and other economic challenges, 1999 profits could be down by over $200 million. Thanks to our fuel management team, what we pay for fuel has been less than many of our competitors. However, due to domestic capacity increases, we can't fully offset the rise in fuel costs with increased fares. This is a real challenge, not only for Continental, but the entire industry. Secondly, no one has to tell you how full our terminals and airplanes have been. However, even with record loads, our average fare is down. Domestic industry capacity grew 6% during the summer after growing less than 1% last year. We face a similar overcapacity situation in some European markets too. Consequently, we're going to take the appropriate steps to manage our European capacity, such as adjusting the aircraft size in select European cities, seasonally reducing service in some markets by day of week, and leveling off our European service by not adding any new markets in 2000. Furthermore, all of us are frustrated over operational delays. caused by an outdated air traffic control system that even the FAA admits needs overhauling. And when you add severe weather to the mix, it compounds everyone's concerns whether the problem will ever get fixed. Despite your outstanding effort to get us back on schedule less than 24 hours after Hurricane Floyd plowed through the East Coast, the impact of the storm forced us to cancel more than 700 flights and will cost Continental approximately $15 million. Clearly, we're facing some challenges. But unlike the past, we won't be bleeding red ink. We'll still make money, but not quite as much. We'll still have profit sharing, but probably not as much. This past February, we handed out $73 million in profit sharing, about 6.7% of your annual pay. Next year, we estimate we'll share approximately $56 million, about 4.1% of your higher pay. So what do we do? Keep working together. Over the past few years, we've proven there isn't a challenge we can't overcome. Everybody knows we have the right airplanes, the right markets, the right facilities, the right financial resources, and most of all, the right people. Bottom line, we have the best airline in the world. Continental. Work hard, fly right.
Thanks, Continental. I'm going shopping.
What am I going to do with my profit sharing money? I'm buying Brown season tickets.
They're pumped, jazzed, and juiced. What's up with these folks? Did they win the lottery? Appear on a game show? No, they simply went to work at Continental Airlines. No wonder Continental was named by Fortune magazine as one of the 100 best companies to work for in America. Continental is a great place to work because when the company wins, everybody wins. As a result, employee satisfaction is at an all-time high. Just ask the people who know. Continental employees.
The morale of all the employees is fantastic. Everybody's excited to be working for a company that's a winner.
I love the atmosphere, love the people I work with. The situation for employees are improving all the time. The company's looking out for its employees.
I mean, I love this job. I'll never do anything else. Can't beat the schedule. Personally, I could never beat the pay, the people. It's just, there's so many perks, and my family would kill me if I quit.
Continental is one of the best places to work because the Go Forward plan created a culture where people like coming to work every day and are treated with dignity and respect. And employees love it. Not only does Continental provide an industry-leading product, employees have a good time doing it. The authors of Fortune's annual list of the 100 best companies to work for in America looked at a lot of corporations, but the extraordinary changes at Continental really caught their attention.
But what's really remarkable is not the business turnaround, because there's a lot of companies that have gone through a business turnaround. But I've been doing this for a long time, I can think of no other company that has actually had a cultural transformation of the extent that you have had. And frankly, you should be very much congratulated for that. And you may not realize how an outsider sees this, but it's extremely remarkable. So I don't know, do a round of applause for yourselves.
Continental ranked number 40 on the list and was the highest rated Houston-based company in the annual survey.
We're number 40 and climbing.
We're really number 1, but they rated us number 40.
Continental continued to excel by Fortune standards as the company moved up in the magazine's America's Most Admired Companies list. Continental placed 3rd out of 10 airlines. Continental is a great place to work because employees come first. Check out just some of what Continental has done for its workers in the past few months. 15% of the airline's 1998 pre-tax profits were distributed to employees on profit-sharing day. That's $270 million in profit-sharing payments over the last 4 years. 8 more Ford Explorers were driven home by employees with perfect attendance, bringing the total to 47 vehicles in the past few years. 2 first-place $100 on-time performance bonus checks were earned by employees in December and January. Since the program's inception, $93 million has been paid to bonus payments, perfect attendance awards, new and improved facilities are great incentives and truly make Continental a fun place to work. But just as important to employees is a future. Continental employees don't just have jobs, they have careers.
One of the things that's impacted me the most is the stability. For so many years, particularly in this industry, but with this company, there was no stability. But finally, the course is set and you feel somewhat stable about it. And I love coming to work now, which 5-10 years ago I have to say that I had reservations and didn't enjoy it as much as I do now.
Just the opportunity in which to grow. I've been with the company now going on 20 years. Most of that spent as a flight attendant. However, in the last couple of years I've been in management, and just the opportunity for growth is unlimited.
The best thing that's happened to me, well, I have a clear career path. I have opportunities here, and I love working here.
Cars, cash, travel, and most importantly, careers. By working together, recognizing performance, and making employees a top priority, Continental Airlines is one of the best companies to work for in America. Continental understands that happy employees translates into outstanding service, and that leads to satisfied customers.
We're all working together, working hard, flying right.
And you want to wake up and come to work for Continental because you know it's a better company than it used to be.
I love my job because it's fun to come to work here. It's educational to come to work here. And I'm proud to work for Continental Airlines.
Continental. For 53,400 of us, a great place to work. For more than 4 million customers every month, a great airline to fly. We can make these statements for one simple reason. They're true. We are a great place to work and a great airline to fly. We've earned that reputation because Continental delivers on its promises, provides straight answers, appreciates customers and employees, and is committed to the basics of our business. A clean, safe, reliable product while treating everyone with dignity and respect. That's what the Go Forward plan is all about. As record load factors indicate, customers continue to make us their top airline of choice because of our excellent, reliable service. As a result, we've achieved 22 consecutive profitable quarters, with third quarter net income totaling $137 million, the highest third quarter earnings per share in company history. A key factor to our sustained profitability is the ability to increase our business mix year after year. Today, higher yield business flyers account for nearly 48% of our domestic revenue. In just 5 years, we've risen from a low-cost carrier to become a well-respected, stable business airline. We're filling our seats because we treat our customers right and appreciate their business. We don't have contentious labor issues, consequently we don't have to give our product away. Our commitment to the business flyer continues as we'll be adding 2 more key business centers to our impressive list of international cities. In March 2001, Continental will be the first airline to offer daily nonstop service between New York and Hong Kong from our Newark hub. The nearly 7,500 nautical mile trip will be one of the longest nonstop flights operated by a U.S. carrier. We're also bulking up our New York to London presence by adding 757 service to London Stansted Airport in May 2001. Stansted is the London area's third airport and gives us access to the northern and eastern business district of London. Continental will offer the only transatlantic service from Stansted. Continental is also focused on growing our business while reducing costs through e-commerce. E-tickets now represent 54% of our total sales, while e-service center check-ins account for approximately 20% of total eligible e-ticket customer check-ins. Our ability to effectively utilize new technology is getting quite a lot of attention. Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer Larry Kellner was recently awarded the 2000 CFO Excellence Award in the Information Knowledge Management category, sponsored by CFO Magazine. Larry is the first three-time winner in the history of the awards. The most visible example of our ability to run a consistently reliable operation is our modern jet fleet. By the end of the year, Continental will have taken delivery of 28 new Boeing jets, including our first 767-400ER, which seats 35 in business first and 200 in coach, and contains many of the same features of the popular 777. In addition, the first of 10 new 767-200ERs joined the fleet in November and will be serving key European cities from our Newark gateway. These latest aircraft additions will reduce our average jet fleet age to 6.8 years, the youngest in the industry. By the end of 2000, Continental will have grown its fleet to 371 aircraft, a 20% increase since 1995. Our fleet will get even younger as we recently announced a Boeing order for 15 757-300 airplanes. This stretched version of the 757-200 can carry 27 more customers and nearly 40% more cargo. The 757-300 will likely see service in New York to key Florida cities and will offer low-cost competition in those markets. Continental Express continues its transition to an all-jet fleet with more than 90 express jets cruising the skies over the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Express has firm orders with Embraer for 275 regional jets, including 75 orders for the ERJ-145XR, which has a 35% range improvement over the ERJ-145 regional jet. Continental Express will take delivery of the first extended-range express jet in 2002 and expects to operate an all-jet fleet by 2004. Many of these new jets will be flying in and out of Newark, where the Global Gateway project is making remarkable progress. Nearly half of the $1 billion project is ahead of schedule for completion and under budget. In addition, the spacious 19,000 square foot C3 President's Club is open for business, with room for 275 club members. Another key facility opened its doors in Knoxville, Tennessee. Continental Express will service its growing regional jet fleet in a 65,000 square foot, $12 million maintenance complex. And many of our Houston reservations agents will enjoy working in the new North Houston Reservation Center. In 2001, this 120,000 square foot facility will replace the JFK and Greenspoint offices and can accommodate up to 1,200 agents. Facility improvements for our customers and employees is further proof we're running the best airline in the industry. And when you're on top of your game, there are fewer obstacles that get in your way. In a year when many experts predicted we wouldn't make money, your commitment to the Go Forward plan will lead to a 6th consecutive year of profit sharing. This is quite an accomplishment considering fuel will cost us approximately $1.4 billion this year. That's 2.5 times more than what we were paying at the beginning of 1999. We've been able to recover almost $500 million through various strategies, such as implementing 2 fuel surcharges that netted about $40 million a month. Fuel hedging gains brought in another $50 million. We have a younger, more fuel-efficient fleet, and more business customers are paying higher fares for our seats. As a result, we have fewer seats to sell to lower-yield customers. By working together, we've cleared some significant financial hurdles to achieve a 6th consecutive year of profit sharing. So, expect profit sharing checks to be similar to what you received last year.
Another significant development for Continental was reaching an agreement with Northwest Airlines to buy back our Class A shares. For the first time in 6 years, we are independent of a majority shareholder and can control our own destiny. Furthermore, we've extended our highly successful alliance with Northwest until 2025.
When you're hot, you're hot. And this summer, our operation sizzled. Thanks to all of us working together, Continental remains the most consistent, reliable, and trusted airline anywhere. And that's how we've attracted more high-yield customers who are returning to fly Continental again. While the media proclaimed the summer of 2000 to be the worst travel season on record, with delays and canceled flights clogging the nation's airports, Continental's on-time performance for the summer of 2000 was more than 6 percentage points better than 1999. Because we like coming to work every day, it shows in our performance. Continental is separate and above all other airlines because we focus on the things that matter most: safety, on-time departures, dependable baggage delivery, and direct communication. We appreciate our customers' business. That's why, for the last 5 years, we've won more awards for customer satisfaction than any other airline, including ranking as the nation's #1 airline this year for long and short-haul flights by Frequent Flyer magazine and J.D. Power & Associates. Other recent acknowledgments include Condé Nast Traveler, naming Continental the best transatlantic and trans-Pacific business class of all U.S. airlines for the 3rd year in a row. We landed on Fortune magazine's list of the world's most admired companies for the 3rd consecutive year. And for the 2nd year in a row, Continental's website topped the customer satisfaction surveys of both Forrester Power Rankings and NPD New Media Services. These awards prove Continental provides industry-leading quality service every day. Record load factors and industry recognition indicate Continental is a great airline to fly. And as all 53,400 of us know, Continental is a great place to work. Continental delivers on its promises and shows appreciation for good work and extra effort.
So far in 2000, you've earned 9 on-time bonus checks totaling more than $31 million. And 17 more employees were handed keys to their new Eddie Bauer Edition Ford Explorers. Since we began the Perfect Attendance Program in 1996, 75 Explorers have been driven home by Continental employees. No wonder our absenteeism rate is one of the lowest in the industry. Why else is Continental a fun place to work? Because we recognize and reward performance. To thank everyone for helping us win our 5th J.D. Power Award, we all cooled off by enjoying ice cream bars and Coke during the summer. And more recently, we celebrated our record-breaking summer performance by serving barbecue lunches to all employees around the system. Sharing in the success of our company is one of the reasons Continental Airlines is in the top 25% of Fortune magazine's 100 best companies to work for in America. In fact, Fortune's Trust Index results reveal that 91% of the employees feel Continental is a great place to work, and that's significant. When you add employee satisfaction to customer satisfaction, you get profitability. Remember where we were 6 years ago? We were one of the least admired companies in America. Today, we're one of the most admired. Same can be said for our operation. 6 years ago, we brought up the bottom of the customer satisfaction surveys. Today, we top the charts. It literally pays to have a quality product. A strong operation leads to lower cost financing. We can finance new airplanes and facilities at attractive interest rates rather than the extremely high rates of the past. Case in point, since 1994, Continental would have spent an additional $65 million in interest payments if we had not changed our attitude towards our people and
In addition, we would be obligated to pay another $200 million over the next 10 years due to the terms of the financing, for a total of $265 million in interest savings. Look at the financial impact at some other airlines when their people don't like coming to work. Poor labor relations are very expensive, both in terms of money and damage to reputation and trust. By treating everyone with dignity and respect, avoiding labor unrest, running a stable operation, attracting the business flyer, and securing lower interest rates, we've been able to increase our revenue per available seat mile versus the rest of the industry. As a result, we've generated $2.3 billion in additional domestic revenue over the last 5 years. Remember what Continental was like before we started working together? Think about that. If we had not changed our culture 6 years ago, we would have just barely broken even financially. All of the profits we've earned would have been taken away. A great place to work is not just a catchy marketing phrase. It means the difference between profitability and just breaking even, or even possible financial failure. A great place to work really is a great airline to fly. In fact, they go hand in hand. It's our commitment to each other and to our customers. At Continental, it's simply how we do business. This is how we've created the value in our company. Continental is the most stable, consistent, and reliable airline in the industry. We deliver on our promises to our customers and to our employees. Everyone benefits from a winning corporate culture that promotes credibility, respect, pride, and integrity. We've been doing it right for the past 6 years, and with the momentum we've built up under the Go Forward plan, we can only get better. Continental Airlines, a great airline to fly, and a really great place to work.
(2001), a year of uncertainty for the airline industry. Labor troubles, poor operational performance, and a flat economy are causing major headaches for most of the nation's air carriers. While some of these airlines are losing money, cutting back service, and fighting amongst themselves, one airline is doing things quite differently. Continental is proof that all airlines are not created equal. We do things that set us apart from the rest of the industry, and it all starts with our culture. Continental is a great airline to fly because Continental is a great place to work. Why? Because everyone is included and feels part of the team. Good performance and extra effort are rewarded, and promises made are promises kept. Under the Go Forward plan, this distinctive approach to running an airline has secured us a spot on Fortune magazine's list of the 100 best companies to work for in America for 3 consecutive years. Only 2 airlines consistently make this prestigious roll call: Southwest Airlines and Continental. A winning culture is something you can't buy. You earn it. Hey, is it any coincidence that the only 2 major U.S. airlines to consistently post profits in 2001 are Continental and Southwest? This makes 25 consecutive profitable quarters for us despite a sluggish economy and continued high fuel prices. Proof positive that employees who like coming to work can deliver a high degree of customer satisfaction. High employee morale further separates Continental from the rest of the industry. We've earned our employees' trust because we deliver on our promises. In 1997, when we said we'd pay everyone industry standard wages by 2000, we embarked on a 3-year program to do just that, for union and non-union work groups. In addition, we continue to reward all eligible employees with on-time bonuses and profit sharing. Since 1996, Continental has paid more than $500 million in profit sharing, and distributing on-time bonuses is becoming a monthly ritual around here. We also promised to bring benefits to industry standard, and here's what we've done. We've added 2 extra floating holidays, and we'll add 2 more fixed holidays in 2003, bringing the total to 10 holidays. Improve vacation time, so you can enjoy more time off through regular and flex plans. increased the frequency and amount of the 401k company match, and adjusted the retirement plan to include pre-1984 years of service. But there's more to life than paychecks and benefits. Continental is strongly committed to balancing our employees' work and home lives. For example, no airline is more flexible when it comes to supporting the needs of its employees through trip or shift trades. Last year, Continental flight attendants completed more than 1 million trip trades, an average of 13 trades per month per flight attendant. During the first quarter of 2001, airport agents in our 3 domestic hubs successfully performed more than 40,000 shift or day trades. Also, reservations processed more than 38,000 shift trades during the first 3 months of 2001. That's unheard of in an industry that generally limits shift and trip trading. Treating employees with dignity and respect is not about who pays the most, it's finding a balance between the two. It's about supporting the total person. In fact, all of Continental's HR programs are designed to address every employee's physical, emotional, and financial needs, from well-being fairs to investment workshops. No wonder this is a great place to work. How else are we different? We win when we all win together, and nobody throws a party like Continental Airlines. When we celebrated our independence from Northwest Airlines, every employee received $100. 1 month later, $98 million was distributed to Continental employees with our 6th consecutive profit-sharing ceremony. In June, we all took a break to celebrate our recent accomplishments by snacking on caramel apples, soft pretzels, and lemonade. And twice a year, we cheer on our lucky co-workers with perfect attendance as they receive their keys to a brand new Eddie Bauer Edition Ford Explorer. Over the last 5 years, Continental has given away 83 SUVs valued at just over $3 million to employees just for coming to work. With programs like that, it's no wonder everyone wants to work here. Last year, Continental received more than 130,000 resumes for just over 18,000 positions, and our turnover rate is a minuscule 5%. However, Continental's corporate culture is the exception and not the rule. Pick up a newspaper, watch the evening news, or surf the internet, and you're bound to find some story about an airline in labor turmoil. Even though they're highly paid airline employees, they sure don't look happy. And their reputation for customer service is, well, lousy. On top of that, none of them are making money. Contrast those images with these at Continental. As you can see, working together really works. That's the difference between them and us. A great place to work really is a great airline to fly. You don't hear that very often these days, except when you're talking about Continental Airlines. And a great flight begins when customers board one of our modern jet airplanes. Continental's average jet fleet age is only 6.7 years, one of the youngest in the industry. Our fleet will continue to get younger as we accept delivery of 35 new Boeing jets in 2001. These airplanes allow us to grow our operation, simplify the fleet, reduce fuel consumption, and deliver Continental's one-of-a-kind customer service. Furthermore, Continental Express is growing too, flying more than 100 regional jets throughout its system. By 2004, Express will be flying an all-jet fleet. Day in and day out, we're running the best operation in the industry. We do that by continuing to focus on the basics of our business, getting our customers to their destinations safely, on time, and with all their bags. In fact, nobody has had better on-time performance during 2000 and 2001 than Continental Airlines. And we're bringing this consistent, best-in-the-industry operation to new cities around the world. Earlier this year, we launched new service from New York to Hong Kong and made aviation history as the first airline to conduct ETOPS flights over the polar region. Because we're consistently reliable, we've been able to reinvest in our company and refine our products like Business First, OnePass, and Continental.com to keep them the best in the industry. There is a clear difference in airline quality. There's Continental and there's everybody else. This ability to stand out from the rest of the industry was once again recognized by Air Transport World magazine. Continental was named the 2001 Airline of the Year, the only airline among more than 300 carriers in the world to receive this honor twice in 5 years. Furthermore, Continental's reputation for operational excellence was why we were selected to bring home the 24 U.S. Navy crew members that were recently detained in China. With the world watching, our crew, in the words of the U.S. military, performed a superb, flawless mission. Continental is running a great airline because everybody's in the huddle and knows the game plan. That's why we place such a high value on communication. Few companies make the effort to communicate with their employees more than Continental. It's just another reason why we're different. Our open, honest, direct style ensures success because everyone is informed, involved, and included. Just look at all the ways we talk to one another. Weekly voicemail messages from Gordon. Daily news updates delivered by fax and email. The monthly Continental Times. A quarterly magazine mailed to employee homes. LED screens, go-forward bulletin boards. Heck, the video you're watching now is an example of how Continental is dedicated to sharing information. And we've just added another communication program called CEO Exchange. Every month, Gordon holds town hall-style meetings to update employees on company and industry news, answer questions, and meet as many members of the Continental team as possible. As you can see, Continental Airlines is successful because we are different. By delivering on our promises, we're recognized as an airline with labor harmony, quality products, and better service. And no one can stop us if we continue working together. By doing things the Continental way, we can continue to grow by adding new airplanes and expanding our hub facilities. That growth also leads to greater opportunities for all of us, like moving from the right seat over to the left on the flight deck day shift instead of graveyard, or even changing your career path within Continental. We can do these things because we've remained focused on what got us here, running a great airline and treating everyone with dignity and respect. We're facing more significant challenges than ever before in 2001. The economy is changing. The industry is changing. But we can't change. Continental must continue to differentiate itself from the rest of the industry because if we let it slip, we could be in trouble. Not only are we battling a drop in business traffic, but fuel still remains high. And our competitors, who are losing money, are heavily discounting fares in an attempt to preserve revenue. With revenues down and costs going up, our ability to make money is becoming much more difficult. When revenue drops, growth shrinks as well. To avoid that scenario, all 55,000 of us must remain a team focused on our unique product. We can't act like the other guys who take actions that are crippling their operation. As the industry begins to consolidate, Continental's only chance for survival is to be different. If we don't have anything to distinguish us from the bigger airlines, like good service, a reliable operation, and labor peace, then our future could be at risk. We have to be different to succeed. That's what made us who we are today, Continental Airlines. We're different from the rest, and that's what makes us the best.